One of the simplest and potentially one of the most rewarding products to add to your catalog is stickers. They're super popular and also really easy for a smooth-brained artist like myself to produce. They're relatively affordable for the buyer and the seller, and they're appealing to a lot of different demographics because of this. There are multiple avenues you can take to produce stickers right at home, but also there is a plethora of different manufacturers that will make stickers in any which way that your little heart desires all over the world. And some are even affordable. In this video, I want to focus on how to format your artwork, the pros and cons of producing stickers at home versus a manufacturer, and what to look out for when deciding on using a particular manufacturer, and looking at typical costs and pricing. So when I start designing a sticker, I'm really thinking about what it's going to look like when it's stuck to something in its final stage. So let's design one together just real quick. What type of finish is it going to have? Is it going to be see-through? Is it going to have gold accents? Is there a chance it's going to be placed outside and it needs to be waterproof? How is the cutout and silhouette going to look like? So these are maybe things to think about before you start designing. For this design, I've decided that I want it to be transparent, so that some parts of the design will show through when the final sticker is created. And then I think I even am going to drop out the hair color and make that see-through as well. That way you can change the hair color depending on what you stick it to. So you'll have kind of an option of how the final product will look depending on where you place it. So I think this works for the final design, especially something that's going to be so small. So I'm on to file prep. So the first thing I'm going to do is drop that hair out, as I said, and then I'm going to select everywhere else that I want to be see-through and just kind of make sure that it's cleaned up and deleted out of there. That way the design is on its own layer with no background, as you can see me doing here. Once everything looks good and I've determined where I want that clear effect to be, I'm then going to move on to making a masking layer. So I'm going to duplicate this layer and then just make essentially a masking layer, make sure that looks good. And the reason I'm doing this is because for the clear process, you need to use white ink in any areas you don't want clear, or even the places that the design will be printed, it will be semi-transparent. And for this design, I don't want any semi-transparent areas. I just want the full opaque areas and then the full clear areas. This step is not necessary if you're just doing a standard peel and stick sticker, but for any special effects and stuff, you probably will need a mask layer. For this design, I'm going to go through Sticker App to be my manufacturer. So I'll go through the step-by-step of how their interface works, as it's pretty similar to a lot of other order online sticker manufacturers. But don't worry, I'll go over some at-home options and a list of other manufacturers in the second half of this video. So first off, you're going to pick the material that your design is printed on. Vinyl is the typical material that most stickers are made out of, so that's kind of your standard starting point. For this design, we're going to click on Clear, and then you can pick your outer shape. The term die cut refers to the unique shape of your design. So here it's called contour cut, so that means it's going to have that very specific shape that you want around your sticker. And then don't forget to pick your finish there at the bottom. I really like the way that the matte feels in my hand, so that's my preference. And then size, which is going to be the biggest factor in affecting price. And don't worry if the ratio of your design doesn't match any of these sizes. It will scale to the largest part of your design. And just like any manufacturer, the more you buy, the cheaper it becomes per unit. But anywho, upload your design. Again, because we're doing a clear sticker, I'm going to need to upload a ping file, which has transparencies in them. But for normal peel and stick stickers, I think most websites or manufacturers will accept a JPEG. I also then uploaded my mask file. I know a lot of different companies will do this part for you, but I don't always trust them, so I like to give them my own mask layer. And then I wrote a little note just to be safe so they know exactly what I want. And then we wait. Okay, they've arrived. Time for the unboxing. I think I'm quite happy how they came out. There's only one very small minor issue that I would note. A bit of the white mask is showing under the black outline where the hair is. It is very minor. It's kind of hard to see on camera how small it is. So that's the only issue I see, and even that is kind of a stretch. Other than that, they came out just how I envisioned. Okay, let's say you don't want to go through a manufacturer, you need these tomorrow, you just want to do it at home. Okay, the first option is the broke boy method. This is the jankest way to go, cheap and quick. You know what I'm saying? Just how we like it. So what you're going to do is you're going to need a printer, and then you can get sticker paper from almost any craft store. Don't worry, your mom knows where to go. And then you just print your design on the sticker paper, and you take a pair of scissors and you cut it out. And it probably will look a little janky, you know, but in a pinch, it will work. There's also different types of sticker paper that already have die-cut shapes. Typically, these off-the-shelf papers are limited to shapes like squares and circles and won't be able to trace your design in any meaningful way, unlike some of the other options on this list. And then you also have to own a printer. Another really popular method for at-home sticker making is using a Cricut machine. I'm not going to go into the exact how-tos of using a Cricut, as I think there's already a lot of great videos on this topic out there, but this gives you a lot of flexibility to make full sticker sheets or just individual die-cut stickers right at home. I know a lot of businesses that run their entire sticker game right off of a Cricut, and the quality can be really great. However, for me, I prefer going through a manufacturer, as I know I can order enough of them that typically it becomes cheaper and I don't have to deal with the logistics of owning another machine taking up space in my studio. And you still need to own that printer. Troubleshooting two machines. How fun. This can be a way to create more high production value type products right at home. And this will allow you to get those custom die cut shapes. Obviously, this is going to be an expense up front, as you will have to buy a Cricut machine. Now, these options can be a bit more limiting than, say, a manufacturer, but if you just need a basic peel and stick sticker, definitely will get the job done. However, I don't like the extra labor of these things, so I tend to always opt for a manufacturer. So let's talk about the different options in manufacturing. We've already talked about Sticker App, not sponsored by the way, but here's a short list of companies that have mostly good reviews that I've found through Artist Alley Network and peers of mine that get stickers made. There are a lot of great companies out there that might not have made it onto this list, so if you know of any, feel free to put it in the comments. However, the standouts are Vograce because of their affordability and their large production selection. You can get a lot of different types of products made through this company, making it kind of a one-stop shop for a lot of people who are new to selling their artwork. Sticker Ninja because of their quality and their speed, especially if you're located in the US. And then Sticker App because of their friendly user interface and their different options when making custom and specialty stickers. Obviously, if you don't know if a design is going to sell well or how many of a unit you're going to need, producing something at home just to test out a design can definitely be an optimal route to take. And then I would suggest moving to a manufacturer, as producing stickers in a small quantity can be kind of expensive, but producing them in a larger quantity typically is relatively inexpensive per unit, of course. But wait, what if I told you the majority of the stickers we produce are not through any of these methods? As my sticker game is weak, Sang has so graciously allowed us to borrow hers as an example. Though for the bulk of our sticker orders, we go through Alibaba. For example, this sticker sheet that Sang designed for our collaborative Kickstarter that we launched last year with our fish bags. As this sticker sheet was so complicated with over 80 individual stickers and also had foil elements to it, would have been super expensive to go with one of these more traditional manufacturers, if they would have even been willing to do such a complex sticker sheet. So finding a manufacturer on Alibaba and being able to negotiate price and really getting exactly what we wanted was kind of the route we went. We originally ordered 300 units of this sticker sheet, and it cost about $1 after shipping and taxes per unit. So just over $300 for the entire batch. When we attempted to price out this sticker sheet through more traditional manufacturers, most of them either said they couldn't do it, or they quoted us around $10, which would have been over $3,000 for the entire batch. So a very big difference. If you're going to order stickers in any large quantities, I would suggest comparing prices through different Alibaba manufacturers. This can be a little bit more tricky than going through one of these traditional upload and order websites. However, if you're comfortable negotiating with what is typically overseas companies and waiting a bit longer, you can definitely get a better deal and often do more complex and customized products. I think we ended up getting a price quote through like 3 or 4 different companies before settling on one. This is also how I get a lot of products made, that I can't necessarily find an ideal producer here in the States. However, their minimum orders do tend to be a bit higher. Here's a bonus suggestion: a thermal label printer. So I know this product isn't capable of making like full color high-end stickers. However, it can be a great asset as something for your branding, as you can print endless amounts of black and white labels or stickers in this case. I literally love this machine. Bury me with it. Obviously, this helps me every day with my online shop as it prints the labels for my orders. However, I also use it as kind of a marketing and promo tool, as I will print different packaging or like labels of my name and put them on the back of prints. However, this type of printer requires 0 ink, and the only costs are the upfront cost of the printer and then the thermal labels, which come in all shapes and sizes and is relatively inexpensive. This is something I use literally every single day. I've also added links for everything we've talked about in the description. If you will be attending Anime Expo, you can win this sticker alongside 3 others by some amazing artists. The artist Paper Larva has put together this super cool stamp rally featuring original art in a magical girl aesthetic. You can find our booth locations on this map, and I hope to see you there. If there's any other types of products you'd like to see a manufacturing/how-to video on, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.